No one has claimed responsibility for the Lebanon pager attack, but Hezbollah is convinced that it was Israel. What makes them so sure, though? Because of Israel's history of assassinations. Israel and its spy agency Mossad have done similar things in the past. They have conducted complex operations to kill their enemies. They've even used communication devices before. Let's look at some of the most famous examples. One of the earliest was the killing of Mahmoud Hamshari. This took place in the early 1970s. Hamshari was accused of being involved in the 1972 Munich massacre. 11 members of the Israeli Olympics team had been killed during the 1972 Munich Olympic Games. Israel had vowed revenge. They accused Hamshari of being involved, so he was on their hit list. Now, Hamshari was the representative of the Palestine Liberation Organization, or PLO, to France. He was based in Paris. Mossad agents lured him away from his house. They then broke into his home, took his phone apart, packed explosives inside, and then left. On the 8th of December 1972, Hamshari answered the phone, and an Israeli team remotely detonated the explosive inside. Hamshari lost a leg in the explosion. He died a month later due to these injuries. So Israel used explosives in a communication device all the way back in 1972, and this wasn't a one-off. There was also the 1996 assassination of Yahya Ayyash. He was a bomb maker for Hamas, and he was nicknamed the Engineer. Ayyash was one of the founders of Hamas's military wing and reportedly the mastermind behind a number of suicide bombings. He was targeted by a different Israeli security agencies called the Shin Bet. But their tactic was the same as Mossad's. They swapped out Ayyash's phone, placed explosives inside it, and waited for him to answer a call. When they confirmed that it was indeed Ayyash speaking, Shin Bet remotely detonated the explosive, killing him instantly. This attack took place in 1996, about 23 years after Hamshari was killed in the same way. The following year, in 1997, Israel changed tactics. They opted for poison. The target was Khaled Mashal, the current chair of the Hamas political bureau, so obviously the poison failed, but only because of intense international pressure. Let me explain. In 1997, two Mossad agents entered Jordan. That's Israel's neighboring country. Hamas had an office there at the time in Jordan. The Mossad agents entered Jordan using fake Canadian passports, and they had a device with them which could transmit a poison. They waited for Mashal at the entrance of the Hamas office. When he arrived, they placed their device next to his left ear. Mashal later said he heard a loud noise, but he thought he had escaped unscathed. The two Mossad agents were caught by his bodyguard, so Mashal believed that he was fine. But later that day, he started feeling weak, he began vomiting, and he was rushed to a hospital. The attack created a diplomatic storm. Jordan demanded that Israel turn over the antidote to the poison. The kingdom threatened to nullify a 1994 peace treaty between Israel and Jordan. Israel's prime minister at the time was Benjamin Netanyahu. Yes, he's been around for quite a while. We're talking about 1997. Netanyahu was under a lot of pressure. The US, under then President Bill Clinton, intervened and forced him to send an antidote to the poison. In exchange, the captured Mossad agents were returned to Israel. All these incidents were complex assassination plots. They targeted individuals. But Israel has also carried out large-scale attacks. In 2008, Mossad unleashed a computer virus in Iran. It was called the Stuxnet virus. It targeted Iran's nuclear program, incapacitating a uranium enrichment facility. The Stuxnet virus is sometimes called the world's first known cyber weapon. And Israel is the country that unleashed it. In 2021, the same nuclear facility was targeted again. A cyber attack caused rolling blackouts there and led to some explosions. These are some of Israel's most famous operations. The intricate ones not involving airstrikes or drone or brute force. Yesterday's pager strike was a sophisticated scheme as well, right up Mossad's alley. But they're unlikely to take credit, not for years to come at least.